Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. Here with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. Here we go. This game will wrap up the homestand here for the Jazz. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year. In a season ago, Clark, they won the matchup, winning 3 and losing just 1.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year. But overall, two teams that were very similar in the standing.
That's good by Shannon. And like everyone else, GA, I'm looking forward to the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, we have a pair of the best centers in the NBA. Points in the paint will be a key number tonight.
And that one drops.
A silky smooth shooter. Holmgren makes it look so effortless at times.
Pass to Shannon. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Timeout.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. About a minute played so far here in the first. Stolen by Kirilenko. Launches it. Caruso grabs the miss. And so Caruso will bring up the ball for Oklahoma City. And Doris, we had heard the era of the big threes might be fading, but the Thunder have one with Chet Holmgren, J-Dub, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the beauty of that trio you just listed, they are all similar ages. They are all passionate about the craft of the game of basketball, and all three are about winning. But I'm telling you this, the Oklahoma City fans not taking anything for granted. They thought KD, Russell, and Harden would be together forever, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Pass to Holmgren. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Kirilenko. And maybe more than any team in the West, GA, the Jazz, really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now. And it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent. It's also about timing.
Taken away by Kirilenko. And here we go with Kirilenko running it up the court.
I'll tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Ibaka. Back to SGA. Pass break. Here come the Jazz. Here's Cooper. Shoots the 3. Connects from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession. And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The Thunder are trying to be efficient scoring. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, ultimately, it just comes down to taking what the defense gives you and trusting your teammates. You need them to win at a high level. That's clear as day, and I want to win at a high level, so I have no option. Back to you, Kevin.
Sharing the ball. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. And the Thunder with the possession here. After the basket by Utah. Holmgren outside. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. The Jazz with the lead. Here's Kirilenko. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Well, if it ain't broke, Don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Holmgren outside to end the run. Utah with the rebound.
Listen, that's a quality mid-range shot. He just couldn't capitalize.
All sorts of time. The rebound by Payton.
No one in his way. You have got to make the defense pay. That's a quality mid-range look right there.
And Dort gets it to go.
You can see the work Lou Dort has put in to make himself a threat from three. That's a pretty looking shot right there.
That bucket in no time at all. Shannon's got 5.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Just 5 to shoot. Holmgren gets the front of the rim and out. Here's Cooper. And that one released in time, but no good. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Jazz.
13.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Jazz.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
And it's SGA missing. It's Robinson high post. To the inside. Filipowski in the corner. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Holmgren the screen. A wide open look here for Ibaka. Can't nail the jumper.
Boy, taking what's there. Very good shot selection, just not the result you hope for.
Drills it from outside.
For a guy who's known for his perimeter shooting, that is a great look.
Now, here's SGA. Shea against Tidy.
That's just concentration from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy's accustomed to big-time defense.
Sinks the triple. Robinson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Jazz.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points this quarter.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that 3-level scoring ability, that time working the mid-range.
To the paint, here's Pattier, and Pattier throws it down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
It's just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there? Boy, that one was not easy. Every once in a while, you just make a tough shot.
Doris, in any discussion about Lou Dort, the first topic has got to be his defense.
Kevin, I'm going to be honest. I don't think we talk about him consistently enough as a player who should and could win Defensive Player of the Year. If you are a perimeter shooter or a perimeter scorer, the last guy you want looking opposite you is Lou Dort.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
Now, here is Robinson. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Smith, no good. Thunder trailing by 13. Holmgren, right side. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
1:03 left to play here in the half. Pass to Joe. Jacks up a three. Trains it from beyond the arc. Joe's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You've got to let it fly on the catch, Isaiah Joe. Yes, sir.
Now Towns. Here's Shannon. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession.
Now into the lineup for Oklahoma City. Number 9.
Thunder trailing by 10. It's Joe on the wing. That's good, and SGA with the assist. Joe's got 6.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And a wide open look for Kirilenko. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Got it off in time. And so it's the Utah Jazz going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Boy, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest level, but you need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons.
Now Brown, after the missed 3 from Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Holmgren. Outside, Payton. 3-pointer. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's Shannon. He has 5. And there's the drive. Bailey with the ball. Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Oh, Mr. Towns can hurt you from anywhere, and that includes putting it on your head.
Zador's with his diverse offensive repertoire. Karl Anthony Towns is a matchup nightmare.
Absolutely, Kevin, and the reason being, he's right. He's one of the greatest shooting bigs in history, but the man is a great straight-line driver. Good luck checking him.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And both free throws good for Payton. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Shannon. The putback, and the rebound goes to the Thunder.
This is frustrating. You come out to start the second half, you've made 1 of your first 4 shots.
Here's Payton, and the layup is good.
Gary Payton.
Payton's got it back down to within single digits for Oklahoma City.
That bucket is really just about the efficient use of a screen. That's nicely done.
Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Now, here's Holmgren. 6 points for him. Over in the corner, Brown. Pass to Caruso. 5 on the clock. Payton, good.
Gary Payton.
Payton's got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, in the lane, making things happen. Nice effort.
Inside. Here's Towns. Over to the wing. Here's Shannon. Shoots over Caruso. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Boy, an unfortunate mix-up right there. Cost them a possession.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Thunder trailing by 8. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Smith. Another shot, and Ibaka with the layup.
I have always loved the intensity with which Serge Ibaka plays, especially on the glass. He understands how to use his length.
Now, here is Smith. He's got 5. Nice ball movement by Utah. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. And there's 1:45 left in the third quarter. In the corner, Smith with it. It's stolen by SGA.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey, guys. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander does it all. He said, once I made an emphasis to try to affect the game on both ends of the floor, I have found myself having success. So for me, it's just a want to. Coach Mark Daigneault said he wants to win, and if you want to win, you have to do the invisible things. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, truly a two-way challenge. Okay, thank you, Allen. Now Battier. After Lou Dort's three-pointer that didn't go. Kuminga with a wide-open look. No good on the 3.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Brown outside. The three-pointer, no good. Utah leading by 6. Robinson on the wing. He's got 11. Outside, Kuminga. Battier for 3. The Thunder pull it in. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles, taking on the Lakers. In the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And we've reached the end of the third. Utah in front. They lead by 6. From the Delta Center, it's the NBA on 2. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Daigneault was just reviewing the plan with his team. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win. Guys?
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Outside Kirilenko, and they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Jazz leading by 6. Pass to Bailey. And taken away by Brown. Outside, Dort. Wants to get it to Holmgren, and does. Back to Dort. Over Bailey. And Dort gets it to go. That's 7 points for Lou Dort.
Well, Dort touched the paint, and he was immediately thinking score.
Yes, that goes in.
The floater is a tougher shot than it looks, but boy, he makes it look effortless.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, that's blocked.
And they continue to control the glass.
It's stolen by Brown. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. And then Brown with the dunk.
And such a huge play, guys. I mean, that's a 4-point swing, possibly. Tremendous steal and conversion right there.
Shannon. Good D by Holmgren.
Boy, they've done a good job overcoming his offensive struggles. He's got to be very thankful for his teammates.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander driving in.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Boy, another miss, but you have to say to his teammates, great job. They have picked him up all evening long.
Now Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, the dunk!
This guy is such an explosive athlete. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander goes straight to the cup. How about the calm demeanor of Towns? Well made for pressure situations.
Left side, SGA. Dort outside for three. Can't get it to go.
Boy, when you're trying to make up ground, every shot counts. You've got to be selective.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Yeah, big call there on the goaltending. He just didn't get to it soon enough. Boy, that's a tough break.
There's the drive. Now Bailey. Here's time. Oh, what a play inside.
Boy, off a great pass there. That was just a matter of finishing strong.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. And the 3 misses. Utah leading by 6. It's taken away by Wallace.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Holmgren rips down the rebound. And so it's SGA with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Gilgeous-Alexander. That doesn't go. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock. Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
Taking 2 shots.
And he ends up making the second, and that will put them up by 2.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs them.
Now, Joe to tie it up.
Yeah, easy call.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second one. He's able to hit the second one, and that narrows the gap to 1. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That will put them up by 2.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
I'll tell you, they'd better come up with some points on every possession from now on. The quiet confidence, the ruthless execution. You need a big-time bucket. Shai is on time.
Bailey, good.
Oh, nice bucket. This guy's so mindful about the way he attacks.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. What do you think we're going to see here?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
Holmgren. Oh, he nailed it.
Gets the big-time shot to fall, folks, and now we're headed to OT.
And that's going to do it. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. And here's SGA. Lob inside by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, this guy is an absolute force of nature on the offensive end. SGA, I don't know what the defense is going to do with you.
Here's Shannon. Shot clock at 6. 16 feet away. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
A 2-point game. Now, here's SGA. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Not going to go. We're just over a minute into overtime here. Holmgren right side. Takes it from 10. Can't get it. Here's the Jazz with the ball. Now Bailey. Showing the moves down low.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shea takes the hit and still gets it to go.
Maybe the most predictable player on the floor in this moment. SGA with a big-time delivery.
Towns fires. Holmgren rips down the rebound. And so it's SGA with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. Ibaka down low. Oh, and he cannot get the layup. Now Towns. Holmgren with the steal. Now here's SGA in transition. Sweet shot at the right time.
He really thrives in high-pressure moments. That's a big-time play.
Ball's knocked loose.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Ball is with the ball. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams
Greetings, everyone. You've got... Live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. So for the Celtics, their last game, a loss to the Nets. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's ready to talk things through with them. So, Richard, one of the focuses of tonight's game was strength in the front court.
Yeah, these teams lean on their bigs heavily. Skill and size, it is always a tough combination, and that is no doubt.
Now, Bailey. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Over to the wing. Back to Towns. Just 5 on the clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And Towns throws it down.
Plenty of power on that slam. Towns was not messing around.
Pass to Tatum. Down low. Collins. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Cooper. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. There's the pick. Pass to Bailey. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Now, here's Suggs. Now, here's Leonard. Over Bailey. Leonard, no luck.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Utah here with the ball. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Tatum. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Clever play by Tatum, drawing the attention to him only to give it away.
And maybe more than any team in the West, GA and the Jazz really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now, and it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent, it's also about timing.
Pocket 4. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Suggs with the steal. Tatum on the wing. Outside Leonard. 5 to shoot. Back to Tatum. Banked in off the glass.
It's always good for this offense when Tatum is putting pressure on their interior defense.
Pass to Shannon. Here's Towns. Here's Bailey. He's covered by Leonard. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity from the mid-range. He can hit that.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. We talked about the matchup issues that Karl-Anthony Towns creates for defenses. Coach said the combination of size and skill make Cat a tough cover. If you put a center on him, he can beat them with his quickness or his perimeter game. And if you put a wing on him, he can overpower them in the post. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thanks.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
.29 seconds left in the first quarter. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Pushing it up. Here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Outstanding D from Tatum. It led to the break.
Leonard with the steal. Out left to the wing. Pass to Springer. To the middle. Here's Collins. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Celtics up. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Celtics.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. Trailing by 4. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. And the 3 off target.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Allen, that's good.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to get.
Here's Filipowski. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
To Holmes. Wide open look. 6 on the shot clock. Ball no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Back to Filipowski. The Jazz working the ball around now. Inside. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. And it's Wade with the jam.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Now Smith. He has yet to score. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, Richard, it's definitely become a shooter's league. The ability to knock down threes now becoming pivotal.
Oh, I think it's fascinating to see the skills evolve and the game change. Even if, as someone who was a shooter later in his career, I feel a little bit left out.
Pass to Walsh. And a miss there on the triple. Jazz trailed by 5. Kuminga with it. Holmes covering. Robinson, that's good.
Good pass by Kuminga, showing you can run the offense through him.
Right side, Ball. Allen outside to the inside. Pass to Walsh. And here is Ball. Here's Holmes. Rebounded by Battier. There's Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
Oh, I feel bad for that rim. Kuminga, this is what he does.
Allen outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Allen's got 6.
And there aren't many players more reliable from three-point range than he is, especially when the D's playing off him like that.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, a big win here or there can really sustain a rebuilding team. And Utah coach Will Hardy said the results matter in order to keep belief in your process. Seeing the work pay off. The building of a team doesn't happen in one day. The players are staying with it, and they deserve all of the credit for that. Back over to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report.
There is no doubt that Ball brings his flight gear to the arena. The man has a little bit of bounce on him.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Holmes throws it down.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Pass the ball. .51 seconds left to play in the first half. Holmes can't get it to go in.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket. That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
And it's Wade with the jam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
An important 2 points, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
And Holmes throws it down.
On offense, Ball is a catalyst. He knows how to move things around and give people quality shots.
Outside, Kuminga. Back to Robinson. From 17 feet out. And so it's Boston with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Pass to Kirilenko. Back to Towns. Makes it off the glass. Towns has got his second basket.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
To the left side wing. This ball movement by Boston. The kick out to Tatum. Pass to Polynice. Over Kirilenko. Polynice misses.
How did he break that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
To the paint. Tatum. Tatum gets it to go inside.
This is how confident Tatum is. Knows he can score inside whenever he wants.
Leonard with no one around. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And now an 8-point Celtic lead. Towns in the corner. Pass to Bailey. Jacks up a 3. Polynice with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. Here's Polynice, defended by Towns. The rebound by the Jazz.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Pass to Bailey. And finished off by Bailey.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Outside, Suggs. The kick out to Tatum. Polynice. It's hauled in by Shannon. Jazz trailed by 4. To the middle. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 8.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now, here's Suggs. He's got 5 to the inside. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Towns, and it's Suggs with the rebound. Celtics leading by 4. With the drive, and Suggs throws it down.
Using that momentum to just prepare for liftoff. Suggs with a problem on the drive.
Pass to Polynice. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Inside, here's Wade. Filipowski grabs the board.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time. He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Here's Walsh. Hits the three-point bomb. Walsh has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Such a good facilitator. Ball has nice touch on that pass.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Kuminga. No good on the quick 3.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Jazz trailed by 7. Smith up top. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson. There's 10 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Holmes. Here's Walsh. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Celtics lead by 9. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Celtics leading by 9. Allen outside. Here's Wade. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Pass to Smith. Down low. Stolen by Wade. Here's Walsh. Celtics passing it around. Smith with it. Now guarded by Ball. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
So it's the Celtics now. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Utah making a change here. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
Thank you, Allie.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
Shannon, no good. Boston leading by 11. To the inside. Peter slammed home, and he draws the foul. Chance for another point at the free throw line. That one is on time.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop. That thing is over.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And a nice intensity from Towns in the paint. Doesn't back off and takes that shot while being fouled.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
To the middle. And Keita gets it to go. Keita's got the lead up to 14 now for the Celtics.
They are just killing them on the interior.
To the paint. Leonard with the steal. It's intercepted. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Finishes the break with a slam.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Allen with it. Here's Tatum. Shoots the three. Knocks down the three.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Celtics leading by 15. Now Allen. And here's Leonard. Pocket pass to the paint, and he punches it.
And some serious ingenuity from Leonard there. He sees the opening and then just makes the right read.
Driving inside. And it's blocked by Kirilenko. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Picked his pocket. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Leonard. It's Allen. Now Leonard. 6 to shoot. And it misses. Gets it to go. Down low.
The assist.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Celtics.
This is a game where defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jalen Suggs.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
And you can sense that these fans, these players,
they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Towns with the rebound. Rips it down with 2 hands.
Assist from Karl Anthony Towns.
34 seconds left in the game. Suggs outside. 23 seconds left in the 4th quarter. 5 on the clock. So it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid